Weird lenses. Part 10. If you've seen all of the other videos of this series I've been doing, you might be thinking, this looks the same, but a little different. And you would be correct, because this is the Canon FD 7.5mm fisheye lens, and this is how it looks. I got myself a nice little mic cover because the P's and the T's are a little bit harsh, so kind of hoping this helps. Because if it annoys me, it's probably annoying one of the 5 people watching these videos. Anyway, at this point, you should know I am A fisheye guy, and B, an FD guy. I love the fisheye look. Don't know what it is. There's a nostalgia to it. I grew up watching Tony Hawk and Kelly Slater. These are 2 of like the icons of my age, my demographic. Skate and surf and all that kind of stuff, and that kind of lifestyle and that work, that sort of, I don't know, just there's something spicy about the FD as well that just, I just love it. I love it. It is a super weird lens. So this is a full frame fisheye. It's so different from my Super 35 Opteka, which is a 6.5mm on Super 35. So when I put it on a Super 35 sensor, like my Alexa Mini, I don't get the black hole. I don't get the vignette. The only reason I do get that is because it goes onto a full frame camera, and then that, crop aspect, or reverse crop, that scaled aspect, the projection of what that image is, just, it's a whole thing. So basically the only reason I'm actually getting that field of view with that black hole vignette is because it's not meant to go on a full frame system like any of my Sony bodies. Whereas this has a 180 degree field of view, which is mental. I love the footage that you get from this. It is also focus free. Or pan focus, I think is the term that they use for it, which is super interesting as a concept because it's kind of like shooting point and shoot film, like a disposable film camera would kind of fall in that same realm, or a Polaroid or an Instax or something like that that doesn't require autofocus, or doesn't have a focus ring, which is it's kind of strange. Basically, the depth of field is massive, so you don't need one. You do the minimum focus is trash, and it's never quite right at infinity and further away things, especially when you're adapting. So I'm using the Earth adapters. I specifically choose to use Earth because they plant trees and they're good people. There's still no sponsors. Nobody's asking me to say anything of the at all. I'm just saying I like this for that reason. Build quality is good. They're all made of metal, and I've yet to have any kind of fault with them. So it isn't the fastest lens, but it's a fisheye. It's mad wide. It's a 5.6, and then it goes down to 22 as well. But something else that's particularly odd is, so this is designed for 35mm film, so full frame, but celluloid, and it's actually designed for black and white. So you have all of these different color correction filters. So if I'm just filming something like this or whatever, like normal day to day, I'll leave it in sky. But then it has a yellow filter, an orange filter, a red filter, a CCA4 and a CCB4. And these are all color correction. And there's a plethora of reasons why you might use them. Maybe you want to increase the contrast, or you want to reduce. It depends what the color of your scene is, or what scene you're shooting, obviously. But it creates for a really cool effect on a digital sensor. But realistically, you could probably recreate these in post. However, I am a keep it in camera kind of guy, so I quite like having that as an option. The other thing about this, obviously fisheyes are quite notorious for not being able to put a filter on the end of them because, well, the shape of the lens. This is even more questionable. So the lens cap is, it's beautiful and branded, and it's metal, but it actually screws on and off. So the lens cap fills me with so much joy because it's so solid and protective. These lenses are super rare though. I've struggled to try and get hold of one in the UK for quite a while, and then I saw one pop up and I was like, yep, damn it, I want that. And I actually ordered it whilst I was stateside, so whilst I was filming for FIFA. So I had it delivered and I couldn't touch it for months. But I lent it to a friend of mine because I was like, you need to have a play with this because this looks insane. But yeah, it's really cool. It's really weird. And it's another fisheye that I get to add to my collection and I get to use. The glass is beautiful. The lens itself has a seriously good build quality to it. But, you know, they used to make things like, you know, out of metal and they used to care. It's beautiful. I'm not saying that modern lenses are shit or anything, just there was a difference, made different, built different. If you need help, if you need a sign to go and buy this lens, this is it. Do it. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one.